Today, we'll be looking at the significant importance of the Jewish birthright as we unravel a compelling tale of two brothers, Esau and Jacob, whose paths diverge in a moment of hunger and desperation. Picture this: a birthright bartered away for a mere bowl of stew, and a cunning plan that forever alters the whole course of history. However, have you ever wondered why Jacob ended up with the birthright, even though Esau was the firstborn? Get ready to have your mind blown because today we are diving into a fascinating theory. What if I told you that Jacob was meant to be born before Esau? I'm Dr. Ray, and welcome to this week's Hosea International Speaks. In this week's session, we're going to journey into the captivating story of Jacob and Esau, two brothers locked in an intense struggle for blessings and positions. We will delve deep into their lives, uncovering the mysteries that surrounded their rivalry. Prepare to be enthralled as we unravel the secrets of the Jewish birthright, a concept that holds immense cultural and historical significance within Judaism. But first, we must embark on a prophetic revelation that sets the stage for the battle ahead. We want to look at a prophetic word and a call to arise. As we gather together here today, we encounter a powerful prophetic word given by Charlie Shamp on September 8th, 2022. It speaks of an uprising, a hidden force seeking to eradicate righteousness from the land. But fear not, righteous remnant of America, for you are called to rise up and proclaim your birthright. Join me as we explore the words of this prophetic utterance and understand the profound implication it holds for us today. If you want to read the prophetic word for yourself, you can go to Destiny Encounters under the heading of Read the Prophet's Loft. And this is how the prophetic word begins. He said, I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, an uprising is coming. It has been brewing underneath, but now you will see the uprising as the enemy attempts to remove righteousness completely from the land. Hear me this day, righteous remnant in America. You must arise and decree my covenant over your nation. You must arise and declare your, notice this, birthright, for you were birthed as a nation founded upon me. Decree and declare your, notice again, your birthright. Fresh breath will enter your weary bones. I expose the wicked weeds in your government that refuse to repent and bow to me. I am separating the wicked from the righteous. Seed that has been planted in the soil of your nation. My hand will uproot this uprising as it springs forth if you pray. You must decree your, notice, your birthright before my heavenly courts, and I will silence the wicked one in the courts upon the earth in your land. For what they attempt to do, I will turn it around upon them. They will fall upon their face in disgrace. Where they will attempt to prosecute, I will overturn and throw out. Lift up your voice to me and notice again, decree your birthright, America, and I will remove an upright wickedness and wash the land white as snow. The scales of justice will tip in your favor, and the bowls of judgment will tip over upon the wicked one. Watch and pray, for I will bring a great turnaround in a single day. You will hear the sound of the roar at the return of the lion in the land. The hunter will become the hunted. What an uprising. How does this relate to the battle over the birthright? Well, let's look at this drama unfold. Now let's immerse ourselves in the enthralling tale of Jacob and Esau. These twin brothers, distinct in appearance, personality, and interests, find themselves locked in a feud that will shape their destinies forever. Understand again, these were not identical twins, they were fraternal twins, and you've seen a lot of those. We witness Jacob's cunning move, seizing a critical opportunity to claim the birthright. The tension intensifies as Esau is loved by his father, while Jacob receives favor from his mother, Rebekah. The climax approaches as Jacob, donning a deceptive disguise, seeks to secure the blessings reserved for the firstborn from their elderly blind father, Isaac. But what drives this fierce competition? What fuels their unyielding rivalry? Well, let's look at this. What exactly are these brothers vying for? What lies in the heart of this intense struggle? Could it be they just want to grab the heart of the father or the heart of the mother? Remember now, Esau was one who stayed out in the wilderness all the time. He was always hunting, doing something in the field. Jacob was probably what we would call today a bookworm, who sat behind the desk or sat at the home, and he would probably read whatever scrolls were put before him if there were any in the house. Now, the significance of the Jewish birthright, let's look at that for a minute. Now, let's turn our attention to the cornerstone of our exploration, the Jewish birthright. Within this ancient concept, we discover a tapestry of significance woven into the inheritance, leadership, and spiritual responsibility that goes along with the birthright or the firstborn. As we delve into its depths, the birthright reveals itself in four key aspects. Number one, first aspect is the inheritance and the material blessings that go along with which being the firstborn in the household. The birthright guarantees a larger portion of the father's estate, encompassing land, listen to this, wealth, and possessions. It ensures the preservation of family wealth, providing stability and economic security for future generations. Let me just go back to that. It says, providing stability. If you look at the lives of both of these, Esau and Jacob, you know that the one who was more stable in his actions was probably Jacob. Esau was probably out among all the wilderness and probably the friends, and no telling what went on out there. Maybe there was no instability within him. And so therefore, the hand was being turned to Jacob. Now, the second aspect we want to look at is spiritual leadership and priesthood. Within the birthright, we find a sacred calling to lead the family and community in matters of religious observance and ritual. This role often involves offering sacrifices, conducting ceremonies, and guiding the families in matters of faith. Esau may not have been there at times when certain sacrifices were to be offered unto Yahweh. Jacob, being the one who was always in the household, possibly knew all of the rituals and the sacrifices that went along with being the firstborn. Let's look at the third aspect, the covenantal blessings and promises. Through the birthright, individuals connect to the covenantal blessings bestowed upon the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and now it would probably be Jacob. This sacred bond symbolizes a unique relationship with Yahweh and an inheritance of covenant blessings, including the promise of land, numerous descendants, and also, listen to this, divine protection. Let's look at the fourth aspect, the lineage and continuity. The birthright secures the continuity of the family lineage and preserves the distinct identity of the chosen people of Yahweh. It emphasizes the importance of passing down faith, traditions, and values from one generation to the next. Who of the two would have been more used of God to pronounce this, to hand this down to the coming generations? Because we know that what would happen with Jacob, he would have 12 sons, and that would be handed down to them. So now what we need to do is witness the depth and significance of this Jewish birthright, unearthing its multifaceted nature and its profound impact on generations past and present. To gain a comprehensive understanding of the birthright, we delved into the rich tapestry of Jewish sources. Let us explore three key sources that shed light on this significant concept. First of all, the Torah. Let me bring up my Bible here, which is divided into the three sections of the Jewish Bible, or the Tanakh. The primary source lies within the Hebrew Bible. It's particularly the Torah, the first 5 books of the Old Testament, through passages in Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus. You can see all of that. We uncover the essence of the birthright within the context of the patriarchal narrative. You want to see how it operates in your family household? Read about the 3 fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then also there is rabbinical literature, the rabbinical or rabbinic texts, such as the Talmud. And I have a set right here. Let me show you just one of the volumes of the 14 that I have. It's the Sonsino Talmud, or the Babylonian Talmud, and the Midrash. A lot of stuff is in here, but then you have to read it carefully. Okay, they offer insight and discussions on the birthright, especially in the section of the Kedushin, or the consecrations. That's one of the different sections of the Talmud. This source delves deeper into the legal, the ethical, and theological dimensions, enriching our understanding of this sacred, or these sacred literature. And the other literature that I was going to mention was also the Midrash, which is another Jewish rabbinical literature. And then you have obviously the Jewish commentaries. Across history, Jewish commentators and scholars have provided interpretations and perspectives on the birthright. Their wisdom enhances our comprehension of this profound concept, applying it to contemporary context and inviting us to ponder its relevance in our lives. Now, it's obvious I'm not going to be able to complete this week. So what we want to do is we want you to delight yourself in the wisdom of these ancient texts and commentators as we uncover their insights, breathing life into the birthright narrative. And so just to conclude this week's, as our journey nears its end, we want to reflect on the epic struggle between Jacob and Esau. And we're going to see even further, to the point that even Esau wanted to kill his brother, and how things begin to be interwoven, and the powerful significance of the Jewish birthright. When we have witnessed this drama, just go ahead and read it ahead of next week's session, and explore the multifaceted nature of what's going on, and venture into the depth of what's going on. We'll look at this next week. And if you enjoyed this week's Hosea International Speak, I'd like you to go ahead and just hit the like button, which is probably right about there. And if you wish to be notified the next time we go live, go ahead and subscribe, and we will notify you when I go live next week. Well, I'm glad to have met with you this week. And so I'm Dr. Ray, and I'll see you next week on Hosea International Speaks.